Hello, scholars. Good evening. Welcome to another live PEP class. I am Kamau Mahakoe and I am your teacher. So tonight we're looking at PEP ability test, some practice questions. We will begin in a minute. All right, so let me go and fetch link so I can share with others. Those who are just coming on, you know the protocol. Please say good evening, Miss and fellow scholars. Or whichever way you want to term it. You just want to say good evening. Good evening, one and all. All right, let me get this link now. All right, so we're going to try to do, I have 10 questions on my list tonight. I'm not sure how long that will take. As we go along, we're going to be able to gauge how many questions we're able to do in a session. But I'm hoping we will be able to get through these 10. All right, so here I have my link and I'm going to share it with my friends and family. All right, so everybody can come on board and benefit. Right, everybody can benefit from these sessions. If you're already here, make sure you have your book and your pencil ready to work out the problems. I don't want you to come with the idea that you're just going to sit and listen. No, no, no. I want you to participate. I want you to work out the questions. And then you see if you got the right answer. So you'll be able to know if you are getting better or where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, right? You'll be able to know that. So come with that intention to participate, to be a part of the class. All right, so I have my link sent. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to share the screen so we can look at the first question. All right, so let me share. Good night, Amari. Good night, Madison. Welcome all. Let me see who else is in the house. Jamil is here. Who is Madha? I don't know some of these people. You guys have some weird names. All right, but welcome one all. All right, let me see. Okay, so that's the screen we're going to share. All right. So that's our first question. Tell me if you can see it better now. Persons were complaining that they weren't seeing the screen. How is it now? Is it any better? Let me know if you're seeing the screen. Okay, so people said I'm going for them. All right, and people are saying they can see it. Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So now, let's read first going to read it. Janice is a little blurry. Oh my. And I tried so hard to fix that issue. But long it will get better. Right. You can see it. Okay. So question 1. His mother gave him 200 to buy carrots at the blue market. She will be using the carrots to make juice for her church barbecue on Friday. At the market, David finds vendors selling carrots. Vendor A has carrots for $40 per kilogram, and vendor B has larger carrots for $50 per kilogram. Here is the question. A, from which vendor should David buy the carrots? And B, explain why you have chosen that vendor. I want everybody to write their answer quickly. Would you choose A or B? Would you advise David A or vendor B? Let me see your answers, guys. In the meantime, let me read that question again. Are having a little difficulty seeing it. Question 1. David's mother gave him $200 to buy some carrots at the blue market. She will be using carrots to make juice for her church barbecue. At the market, David finds 2 vendors selling. Vendor A. Vendor A. Madison has her answer ready. Okay, all right. So let me continue reading. Well, vendor A has carrots for $40 per kilogram, and B has larger carrots for $50 per kilogram. And the question is, from which vendor should David buy the carrots? Explain why you have chosen that vendor. All right, so let me read. Mine says the one for $40, and her reason is he can get 5 kilos with that vendor. Okay, he can get 5 kilos with that vendor, whilst with the other one he can get 4 kilos. Amari is saying that he agrees with Madison. Okay, does anybody else say B? And let me hear your reason. All right, so Jade is saying the B. Why do you say vendor A? Let me hear your reason for that. Type your reason, let me hear. Let me see, rather. And if anybody else is saying, B. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Janice, Jade, Jamil. And of course, in studio, we have Amari, Imani, John, and Madison. Devontae, welcome. But students, you're not telling me the reason. All right, now let's move forward. So in the so Madison and Amari. Madison, the link was sent. The link was sent to the group. Both links, the links for the guests and the links for the general viewers. There are limits to how many guests can be in the studio. So the first 10 are allowed in studio. Then if you try after that, the room is full. So if you want to be in studio, and at times I'll put you on the screen with me, then you have to be one of the first 10. Okay. Alright, guys. So it's B because a kilo is a kilo, right, students? A kilo is a kilo. So a kilogram is a kilogram. So whether the carrots are big or they are small, if you get a kilogram of the small carrot, is the same amount of carrot that you're going to get a kilogram of the big one. End up getting more carrots. So whereas, for example, the big carrot kilogram might be, for argument's sake, 4 carrots. The smaller carrots, you would probably get 8, just for argument's sake. So the smaller the carrots, the more of them you would need to make a kilogram. How a kilogram is a kilogram. So as Madison pointed out, see how much value David can get for his money. So he has $200. So since we have already established that a kilogram is a kilogram, the carrots big or small. Now we need to know how many kilograms will with his $200 from each vendor. So vendor A is offering $40 per kilogram. So 200 divided by 40, David would be able to get 5 kilograms. $200 divided by the $50 per kilogram from vendor B, and David would only get 4 kilograms of carrots. Clearly, the better deal, even though the carrots are small, he's going to get a lot more carrots to make up for. So he's going to take home 5 kilos of carrots. Hi, Melissa, welcome, guys. Remember, when you come on, my scholars, I want you to say good evening to your other scholars. So let's go to the second question. All right, so this question says, that's correct, Madison. Okay, so this question says, you are the captain of your school's basketball team. Your coach has asked you to help him to which player will be better able to help the team to win an important match against the team that is the defending champions. All right, so let me say again. Oh, Alisa, okay, Alisa, all right, welcome. So question 2 again. You are the captain of your school's basketball team. Your coach has asked you to help him to decide which player will be the team to win important match team that is the defending champions. So that team, when we say somebody is a defending champion, they won last match. So now they defend their title. So let's see now. We have to look now at there is a chart. We need to study this chart, okay? So let's see what this table is saying. There are 2 players, Asha and Andreen, and we're looking at the points that each player scored in the matches that they have played. A total of 5 matches so far. In match 1, she got 28 points. Match 2, 26 points. Match 3, 19 points. Match 4, 21 points. And match 5, 29 points. And her total points was 123. Andreen also had a total of 123. And her points were in match 1, 44 points. Match 2, 0 points. match 3, 31 points, and match 4, 6 points, and match 5, 42 points. So both girls have the same total. So now the coach wants to find out who should he put to complete the team, which girl will give the team the advantage. So it says we're to study the table below, then use it to help make your decision. Player points scored. So question A, which player will better improve the team's chances of winning? And B, explain why you have chosen that player, right? So we're looking at the player that will improve the team's chances of winning better and why. So here's the table again. What do you say? Which player would you choose? All right, Amari, run, go on and come. Okay, so someone is asking me to repeat the first. Okay, so let me quickly repeat them. Jot them down quickly. If you can't see the screen, jot them down fast. So Natasha, match 1, 28, match 2, 26, match 3, 19, match 4, 21, match 5, 29. Total 123. Andreen, match 1, 44, match 2, 0, match 3, 31, match 4, 6, and match 5, 42. Total the same 123. So which girl is the better girl to choose? Let me hear what you guys are saying. All right, so Jada, because she scores more points in one match, even if she doesn't get that in one, she makes up for her mistakes. All right, so let's see. So Jade is saying Andreen. Madison chooses the second player because she scores more than the other girl. All right, so anybody? So Andreen is getting the point. People are saying they're going with Andreen because she's making up for. Is anybody saying Natasha? Let me hear why you're saying Natasha. Hi, Ajani, welcome. Hi, Anusha. Lejane. Lejande, sorry, honey. Welcome. Is anybody choosing Natasha? Everybody's saying Andreen. All right, so here's someone. Alice says Natasha because she did not get 0 in any rounds. All right, so that's a strong point, Alyssa. Okay. All right, so actually, guys, it's Natasha. And let me tell you why I would choose Natasha. So some scholars were saying, okay, Andreen, she got 0 in one of the matches. She got 6 in a match, but she made up for it in the other matches with a very high score. She got 44 in one match. She got 42 in a match. However, Andreen's performance would be described as fluctuating, inconsistent, and unpredictable. You don't know when she going to come one day and she just don't feel like play and she don't do nothing and she gets 0. So suppose she decide to be lazy on that match. You see, you don't know how Andreen is going to perform. Some days she does exceptionally well. Some days she does very, very poorly. With Natasha now, she's consistent. Her points, every match that she comes, she basically plays the same and she gets good points. They are not exceedingly good, like she's not getting in the 40s, but her points are consistent, so you can rely on her. You know for a fact that she's going to put out her effort in every match. So, and that is what you want to look for. Remember, they both have the same total overall. So you have to go with the player who is consistent. You don't want to pick Andrine and then on the day of this major match where these are the defending champions, they're coming with all the power they have. You don't want to go with Andrine and then Andrine decides that she can't bother today, and she does get 0 or 6. So the better pick is Natasha because she's consistent. She's reliable. You know that she's going to get a good score. Even if it's not a perfect score, she's going to get a good score. All right, so let's go on to question 3. In a bag, there is an equal number of red, blue, and yellow marbles. How many marbles could be in the bag? All right, scholars, what do you say for that one? All right, so Amari is saying he understands why we chose Natasha. All right, so in a bag, there is an equal of red, blue, and yellow marbles. Which one of these numbers could represent the marbles in the bag? Is it 16, 29, 37, or 42? You need to tell me why you choose the number that you're choosing. So when you're writing the number, it means this is the reason why I choose. Don't just tell me the number. Let me know what was your reasoning selecting that number. You can't choose. Legend of the numbers, no honey, it can't work like that. This is a question where choose one. You have to choose one. And I want you to tell me why you chose that one. Remember, the PEP exam is structured in such a way that for some questions you have to give your reasoning. So sometimes it's not a hard and fast right or wrong. If your reasoning is logical, you will get some bonus, right? You will get some points. The examiners are looking to see if you're reasoning out the question and what is your rationale for choosing that question. So I'm seeing, okay, so let's say I chose 27 because every time I choose, oh my Sunday, every time I choose a big number, it's a smaller number. Later day, that's not the kind of reason they want. All right, so Alice said 42 means 3 can go into it 14 times, and 14 times 3. Madham is saying, because it said that irregular and blue marbles, which is 3 sets, so 42. All right, and if you divide 3 into the other numbers, you would get a decimal and it would be not equal. All right, Michaela. Okay, great. So that's the reasoning. And Madison is saying 42 also, but is divisible by 3. Amari is saying 42. Amari is not giving me his reason. Jade is saying 42 because if you divide by 3, it is even. And Janice is saying 27 because 3 can go into 27 equally. 27? There's no 27, Janice. It's 16 and 37, 42. So for those who picked 42, you are absolutely correct. Remember, it's 3 different marbles. So if we're going to, if we have equal amounts of marbles, that is divisible by 3. So those scholars who said 42, you are absolutely correct. Let's go on to the next question. 4. It takes approximately 9 seconds for the average person to brush his or her teeth? If a person brushes their teeth twice daily, approximately how much time does one person spend, hold on, does one person brushing their teeth in a year? Is it 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month? All right, so that's a mouthful. So I'm going to read it over. So question 4 says, it takes approximately 90 seconds for the average person to brush his or her teeth. If a person brushes their teeth twice daily, approximately how much time does one person spend brushing their teeth in a year? Is it A, 1 hour, B, 1 day, C, 1 week, or D, 1 month? So let me see your answers for this one. Hey Anusha, what's up, honey? Let me see your answers for question 4. That one is a mouthful, and it takes some time to do the notes. A tip that I would give you is, in order to compare, you have to make sure that the things that you're comparing are on the same level. And by that, I mean they must be in the same units. So the tip I'm giving you is you have to convert everything to the same unit before you can compare them. So when you work out how long it takes the person to brush their teeth, if that is in seconds or if that is in minutes, make sure you convert the options to that same unit, and that's the only way to be able to compare them properly. All right, answers yet? Any ideas for question 4? Yes, it's very Anusha. This was tricky. Our way through it. But let me hear some. Okay, so why say 1 hour later? Madison saying she doesn't know where to start. Why do you say 1 day, Jade? I don't just want them. How did you come by those answers? I don't want you to be guessing. Remember, we are scholars. Don't guess, at least not immediately. We try it out. Guessing the last option, make educated guesses, smart guesses. When we have to guess, we make smart guesses. We don't just pick something. All right, so persons are saying they're really not understanding this one. So let's see if we can break it down together then. All right. So 90 seconds for the average person to brush his or her teeth, right? And the person is brushing their teeth twice daily. All right, so how many seconds is that for the day? It's 90 seconds each time, and the person is brushing the teeth twice for that day. So 2 times 90, that would give 180 seconds, right? Is that correct? 2 times 90 is 180. Now, I am going to change that to minutes. A 180 seconds. Remember, 60 seconds make 1 minute. So if I divide that by 60, I get 3 minutes. So for the day, each person takes 3 minutes. Do you understand so far? So far, so good. Everybody clear on that? So we're saying it's 90 seconds each brush, and he's doing it or she's doing it 2 times per day. So that's 180 seconds. So I just changed that to minutes by dividing it by 60. So that's 3 minutes. So every day the person spends 3 minutes. All right. So they're asking how long does a person spend for a year? So there are 365 days in a year, most years. So if we multiply that 3 minutes by 365, we get 1,095 minutes for the year. So all we need to do now is to express the options that they give us in terms of minutes. Remember, I told you we have to put them in the same unit so we can compare. So since we know the person is brushing his or her teeth for 1,095 minutes, let us convert each of these options to minutes and see which one is the closest to 1,095. So for option A, which is 1 hour, we know that's 60 minutes. And that's nowhere near 1,095. Okay. All right. For the 1 day, there are 24 hours in a day. So we would multiply that 60 minutes by 24. And we would get 1,140. Now that is pretty close to the 1,095. But let's check the others. So if we're to change that now to weeks, the week to minutes, we'd have to multiply that number by 7, because remember 7 days in 1 week, and that would be I always forget to turn my phone off. Sorry about that, students. I always forget to turn my phone off. All right. So if we multiply that by 7, we would get 10,080. And to change that now to the month, we'd have to multiply by 4, since there are 4 weeks in a month. That would give us 40,000 something. So clearly, the closest one to the 1,095 minutes is the 1 day, which is 1,440 minutes. So yes, this one was technical. It was kind of tedious, but we worked our way, right, scholars? We worked our way through it. All right. Madison is saying, let's hope this doesn't come on pen. This is one of the PEP practice questions issued by the Ministry of Education. Okay, so something like it might come. So you just have to read and reason it out step by step. So let's look at the question. There are 5 teams in basketball competition. Each team must play each teams once. How many games will each team play? So there are 5 teams in a basketball competition. Each team must play each of the other teams once. How many games will each team play? All right, so let's see your answers coming in and tell me why. Okay. Again, saying you can brush your teeth in 1 hour, but regard the first question before this. But that is not the point, Peter gave. I wanted us to sum up all the time spent brushing the teeth and see what the equivalent to. It's not whether you can take an hour to brush your teeth, right? Yeah, Mari, it might be something similar to might come on PEP. All right, so we're saying, so question 5, each team play the other teams only once. How many games will each team end up playing? Let me see your question. You're coming in for question 5. All right, so Mad is saying 4 because 5 minus 1 equals 4. I took it away from 1 because you have to leave the winning team, which is 1 team. Okay, Michaela, it's not as simple as taking 1 from the 5. Even if 4 is the answer, that's not the logic behind it. Anybody else? Okay. Why do you say 4? All right. Melissa is saying 4, I think. This is Alyssa. Because I'm not sure who I'm to hear. Is this? Oh, so Alyssa is saying Michaela types so fast. Michaela, you beat her to it. All right. You count yourself because you don't play. Right. So you can't count the first team. It doesn't play itself, right? It doesn't play alone. So you have to match them up. And you can't match a team with someone already played with. Madison is saying because 520 and because they all have to play each other one. But what does when? Oh, you're saying 20. No. All right. So here's what I want you to do, guys. I want you to call each of the teams A, B, C. Write that in your book. Okay, write that on A, B, C, D, E. Those are the 5 teams. I want you to come up with each other, but just make sure they don't play anybody twice. Start with the A. So you're going to write these down, quickly. Right? A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E. Okay? So that those are what? A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E. All right. For B, we already had A, B, so we need to put B and A again. So we have B, C, B, D, and E. And for C, we have C, D, and C, E. And for D, all we're left with is D, E, since we already matched up D with A, B, and C. So if you look at those pairs, you see that for each of those letters are only represented 4 times. So this is a logical way of doing it. You could also have lined them up and use arrows, connect the teams. I would need a visual to show you, but just make sure the arrows don't go to the same team twice. So team will play 4 times. All right, let's go on to question 6. If 1 droplet of water falls from a pipe every 20 seconds, how many droplets of water would have fallen from the pipe in 5 minutes? Is it A, 3 droplets, B, 5 droplets, C, 15 droplets, D, 300 droplets? Question 6, if 1 droplet of water falls from a pipe every 20 seconds, how many droplets of water would have fallen from the pipe in 5 minutes? Is it A, 3, B, 5, C, 15, or D, 300? What are my scholars saying? Alice is saying 15. I'm going too fast. I know Remember, it's a 1 hour class and we CSEC class immediately after this at 8 o'clock. So we try to finish the 10 questions, right? Where the three, so I'm saying 15 because it drops 3 times every minute. 3 times every minute, are you sure it's minutes? Right, so it's, let me double check. Okay, right. 3 times every minute, that's correct. So once every 20 seconds is the same as 3 times per minute, since 3 times 20 gives 60. And then it's 5 minutes, so then we need to multiply the 5 by 3. That's absolutely correct. But if Alisa is saying the same 15, but she took a different route. Where did 300 come from, Alisa? You're saying 100 divided by 2 is 15. That's not correct. Where did 300 come from? Oh, so you did it that way. Okay, so she changed the 5 minutes to seconds first. Okay, 5 minutes is 300 seconds. All right, and then she divided by the 20. So you made an error when you said 300 divided by 20, 300 divided by 20. All right, that's correct. So remember, in maths, there's not necessarily just one fixed. Madison worked it from the seconds and then multiplied. Alisa worked it from the minutes side and then divided. Same answer. All right, so the answer is 15. Question 7. And I know you always go back and watch this video again as many times as you want. Stop it, pause it, take your notes, analyze it, and if you're having any problems, just drop a line in the comments and ask a question. I'll get back to you because I want you to understand what's going on. Question 7. For every classwork given, a teacher gives 2 stars if a student gets 90% and above, and 1 star if the student gets 80% to 89%. A student got 4 classwork and earned a total of 5 stars. Which of the following could represent his scores? Is it A, 85%, 87%, 90%, 60%? B, 90%, 95%, 60%, 85%? C, 100%, 100%, 95%, 62%? Or D, 62%, 42%, 85%, 100%. So the student is given classwork and the teacher gives 2 stars if a student gets 90% or more, and 1 star if the student gets 80 to 89%. Now this student, he or she got 4 classwork and got 5 stars. So what are the possible options that would give a student that amount? Okay. Right. So these questions are from the Ministry of Education. Practice ability test questions. So what are we choosing for question 7? Which one of those grades allow the student to get 5 stars? All right, so I'm not seeing any answer on. So the answer is A. Sorry, the answer is B. The answer is B because Let's break it down. If it was A, would give her 1 star, 87 would give her 1 star, and 90 would give her 2 stars. That's 4 stars in all. And the person got 5, so it can't be A. For B, the 90 would give 2 stars, the 95 would give 2 stars, and the 85 would give 1 star. So that's 5 stars. So B is the answer. But let's just check C and D. So for C, the two 100s would give 2 stars each. That's 4. And the 95 would also give 2 stars. So that's 6. And that has gone over the 5. And D, the 85 would give 1 and the 100 would give 2. So that's 3 stars. So the answer is B. Question 8. Paul, who is 54 years old, is 3 times older than his son, Daniel. Daniel is 2 years older than his sister, Leah. How old is Leah? Is she A, 16, B, 18, C, 20, D, 49? So Paul is 54 and he's 3 times older than Daniel. Daniel is 2 years older than Leah. So what are we saying for this? We got 16, Madison. Okay, so 54 divided by 3 is 18, because we're told that the dad is 3 times as old as the son. So to get the son's age, Daniel, we divide Paul's age by 3. And we get 18. But then Daniel is 2 years older than Leah. So we have to subtract 2 from the 18 and we get 16. All right, Madison, thank you for that one. That is correct. All right, so to go. Question 9, so a chart, a pie chart, and it shows males and females, school A and school B. Each of them has 650 students. School B has an equal number of male and female students. And the pie chart shows school A, where the males are slightly less than the females. So the red represents the females and the blue represents the males. All right, so based on the information above, which statement is true? Is the number of male students in A and B equal? Well, it can't be equal because clearly B has half and half for male and female, but A has more females than males, so the males in A can't be the same as B. For option B, the number of male students in school B is less than the number of male students in school A. That is also incorrect. And C says the number of female students in A is more than the number of male students in B. So that is the one. Because remember, in B, the male and female are the same. So if we were to draw a circle to represent that, a pie chart, it would be half and half. But in A, the females are more than a half. So the number of females in A is more than the males in B. And the final question is a very easy question, this one. Question 10, slow is to fast as young is to. Let me hear your answers. Is it age, history, old, or years? This one is a giveaway, right, students? Yeah, this one way. Right. I guess they just put this one as a little icing on the cake. So we made our way through the 10 questions. Next week, Tuesday again, we will be doing our ability test. Remember, we have a class every day of the week for PEP, every weekday rather, not week. So let me read the schedule for those who are not aware of the schedule of live classes for PEP. Monday to Thursday is 7 p.m. to m. On Monday, we do performance task. Tuesday, ability tests. Wednesday, performance task again. Thursday, problem solving. And on Friday, 4:30 to 6 p.m., where we do the curriculum-based test. Right, so the answers are coming in. It is old. Slow is to fast, as old. That's correct, Janice. They are antonyms or opposites. All right, so that was very easy. I guess that's just a way of saying congratulations for making it through to 10 questions. And the more you do these questions, the easier they're going to, or I should say, the easier they are going to seem to you. Practice makes perfect. So we're going to be practicing all the way to your exam. So when the day of the exam comes, you are going to be confident and you're going to go into that exam room and mash up the place. Yes, so Madison is asking if we're going to be revising percentages. Yes, we'll do that in the curriculum-based, when we're doing the curriculum-based test. So that would be on Friday. We're going to be revising each of the topics. Oh my, somebody's giving me a virtual hug. That's I don't like the name Madham. I want to know what your reason is. All right, so here's the virtual hug back. Know that I love my scholars. I adore my scholars, and I want you to understand your math. Once you're in math, you're going to excel in your other subjects. How it works. Yeah. People who are great at maths, they tend to be great in the other subjects because they're sharpened, their logic, their problems, and their whole attitude towards work. So you're going to do very, very well. All right, so we're going to wrap up now. So please just type, oh yes, Madison said, I love maths and science. Awesome. I'm asking, Miss, what is your weakest topic in school when you were my age? What was my weakest topic? Do you mean weakest topic in maths or my weakest subject, Amari? You're welcome, Janice. Janice is saying, thank you, Miss, for teaching this evening. It helped me a lot. You're welcome, my dear scholar. That's the reason I'm here. I enjoy doing this. Oh, my weakest topic in, I say it was statistics. I didn't like statistics. And statistics to do with data gathering, and it would include the mode, mean, median, and so on. That's not the part I had a problem with. I had with the fact that statistics was so unreliable, because when you give people questionnaires and so on, they can put anything that they want, and then you're going to tally that information as fact. So I had a problem with that, and I didn't really like statistics. But generally, I love maths, especially algebra and graph. Those are my favorite topics. What's your favorite topic, Amari? And what's your least favorite? Oh, you said you can't say, you're not sure yet what's your favorite. Okay, well, I love algebra and graph, and I did not like statistics. The other topics I'm great at. I love maths in general. I will just be reading a maths book like it's a story, or I just coil up with a math book, and I like the challenge of trying to figure things out, and solve things. I love that. All right, scholars, I'm going to end this session now and go straight into my CSEC live class. We're going to be doing algebra tonight. So I just told you that's my favorite topic, and that's what we're doing tonight for the CSEC math. You feel free to join as well, because that's in your future, right? So you can't. It's never too early to start learning. So you can come right back 2 minutes, and we're going to be having our CSEC algebra class. So good night, scholar, and I'll see you tomorrow when we do our task again. Take care of yourselves